when we're heading down this path of stress, trauma, broken relationships, alcoholism, all these things that can, suicidal thoughts, and then all of a sudden cancer comes into the equation. Is it because of genetics and bad diet? Or is it because of all this trauma that's going on? It intertwines, and certainly bad diet and, lack of exercise and some of these more superficial things could play a role and augment potential cancer. But I tend to feel like a lot of chronic, deep trauma that it's just on your shoulders 24/7 when you're dealing with a job that you hate, when you're in a marriage that's like breaking you down, when you're in an abusive relationship, when you're dealing with really heavy stuff, that's going to weigh on your physiology. And your body isn't going to have a chance to do some of its regulatory mechanisms like apoptosis of cancer cells, like autophagy to clean out those bad cells. It's not happening as well. You're in what's called, there's mitochondrial dysfunction. And that's at the root of a lot of this stuff, is metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, and it's glucose dysregulation, which can lead to insufficient cellular energy states, ICE, where your mitochondria are dysfunctioning. They're not making enough energy. If you remember the cellular powerhouse, right, in the cell, and it's not making the ATP, the energy currency for your body, and there's a shortfall. And that's okay from time to time, like when we have stress, when we go through certain things. But it's not okay chronically.
Right.
And when it happens chronically, we have chronic oxidation, chronic inflammation, chronic glycation. And it's okay for blood sugar to be elevated at times. And it's okay for oxidation to happen. It's a signal, it's a trigger for certain things. And it's okay that inflammation goes up at times. It's when you have this insufficient cellular energy chronically. It's when you have the inflammation and glycation and oxidation chronically that your body starts breaking down. And it's literally leads to more rapid biological aging over chronological aging and leads to almost every chronic disease, including cancer. Cancer is a metabolic disease. It is fueled by glucose and glucose dysregulation. And it's that simple. And there's some rare cases, there's some cases where, it's driven by estrogen, even extremely rare cases, possibly by ketones, but 99% of the time, cancer is driven by glucose.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about that. And when these people come out of, cancer treatment, they're like, oh, let's give them the, cake and cookies and Coca-Cola and apple pie and, whatever you can eat, you eat it. And we're not addressing diet. We're not addressing lifestyle either. Like I just said, how is your home life? And again, like if there's a lot of trauma surrounding even the cancer diagnosis, let alone the trauma that maybe had led to even acquiring cancer, is that being dealt with? Like, are they seeing a therapist? Are they getting help on how they are dealing mentally? There's so much going on, but obviously diet plays a huge component because it's a metabolic disease.